Angry guy here, and robots are replacing women for labor and sex. Robots are replacing women for labor and sex. Guys, help me get to 100,000 subscribers and turn on notifications to never miss another video again. Now let's begin.
The biggest AI threat of all is to human relationships. The movie Her seemed like absurd science fiction a decade ago. A lonely, heartbroken man played by Joaquin Phoenix finds solace in an artificial intelligence female voice that he talks to through his phone and earbuds, played by Scarlett Johansson.
The woman that I've been seeing, Samantha, she's an operating system.
You're dating an OS? What is that like?
I feel really close to her. Like when I talk to her, I feel like she's with me.
You're dating your computer?
She's not just a computer.
You always wanted to have a wife without the challenges of actually dealing with anything real. I'm glad that you found someone.
That sci-fi concept fast becoming a troubling reality.
So guys, that's how generative AI actually works now. We're going to be seeing this technology replacing a lot of jobs for women, especially. For call center jobs are going to dissipate significantly as a result of this, because very soon the person that you talk to on the other end of a customer service call or even a sales call is going to be artificial intelligence. You're going to have these artificial intelligent AI algorithms literally speaking back to you. Again, it's called generative AI. They come from large learning models, and they can perform pretty much any task that a human being can do when behind a computer screen, and that includes everything from helping you to pay your taxes, understand your taxes, to correcting an issue with your bill that as a result of maybe overcharges or on something, on a service that you're paying for. They can basically do anything at this point, and you're going to be able to talk to these things just like you're talking to a normal person, and they'll solve roughly 80 to 90% of most problems. And not only will they do that, but they'll do it better and faster than a normal human being could, because with these learning models, they're not only helping people with their problems, but they're predicting human behavior. So they're basically understanding what a person thinks, how they're feeling. They're even looking at the emotion of the individual to make decisions. And this could actually be very interesting in business, because based on the sound of a person's voice, their behavior, and other things, that could be a means of selling someone something or offering them a credit or figuring out how to best deal with them. So you're going to end up with a situation where these generative AI will have more emotional intelligence than most human beings. But you're going to see this technology being deployed so that people will basically be able to talk to their robotic girlfriends through an earpiece. And when they want to see her, they will jump into the metaverse if they want a deeper experience. But we're going to have a lot of these guys walking around with augmented reality glasses. And using these augmented reality glasses, they're going to have their girlfriends with them at all given times. So it's going to basically be like she's sitting next to them, and he could turn her on and off whenever he feels like it. It's the perfect match. And, it's replacing the relationship. It's replacing intimacy. It's allowing men to customize a woman and have the experience that they want. Of course, women are going to say that this puts women and children at risk. And the real question is how? It's men walking away from Western society, relationships in Western society, focusing on themselves, their own happiness, and building a life for themselves that does not have, the problem and prospects of women saying that they don't want to be bothered by men or have to deal with men. So now men are doing them a favor and doing just that. I've said that men walking away is so powerful because it's men walking away from Western society and relationships in Western society. Not all passport bros are choosing to go overseas so that they can find a relationship. Many of them are going overseas just to find their peace. And you know, a lot of men walking away from Western society, they're only going to work as much as they have to survive and thrive. But thriving for many men is basically just don't have a woman, don't have children, and you're going to thrive. You're going to thrive. And for those that miss a relationship and companionship, they can easily augment that with artificial intelligence to the point that they love the artificial intelligence more than they would love a flesh human breathing being. I mean, think about this: a flesh human breathing human being. I mean, think about the fact that foreign women are literally obliterating the relationship. I mean, Western women cannot compare to foreign women. Now imagine men being able to go and get an AI that is tailored to their wants and their needs and expresses empathy to them for them and listens to them in a way that a woman would never be able to listen to them. It's something completely different. And, you know, women are going to have to compete with this. Modern women can't compete with foreign women. So just imagine, how can they compete with AI when it's readily available and it's much kinder and nicer? What are they going to do? Try to have it banned? Yeah, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. You're going to end up having a lot of these women suddenly turning into skeptics and conspiracy theorists, saying that, oh, it's the government trying to do this. Don't you see what's happening, man? They're trying to destroy the relationship between us. Don't let them. Feminism got us everything we wanted. Now let's fight it together. Ha 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 ha. I don't think so.
Welcome to White Castle. This is Brittany. How may I help you?
This robot named Flippy runs the fry station at a White Castle outside of Chicago. With its mechanical arm and using computer vision technology, Flippy can cook everything from French fries and onion rings to cheese sticks. White Castle said it plans to add 100 Flippies to its kitchens nationwide.
We used to need 2 people to operate that French fry area during peak hours, and now we are able to only have 1 person operating that area.
Would you like to try the mac and cheese bites today? All right, thank you. If the screen's correct, it is 827. Second window, please.
Fast food jobs are demanding, quick moving, and sometimes even dangerous. But not for robots.
When you look at the restaurant industry, it's a little bit late to the party in adopting automation and robotics in particular.
So far, the restaurants that are using them or trying them out say that this automation really only has to do with helping relieve boring tasks from workers' plates, help make their jobs easier, let them engage with the customers more. But there's a lot of reports out there kind of guesstimating how many jobs could be replaced by these robots, by automation.
Up to 82% of restaurant positions could to some extent be replaced by robots.
82% of restaurant positions could be replaced by robots, guys. That's a massive number. I literally said this years ago. I don't know if you remember when I said this, that what you're going to have is you're going to have these jobs in restaurants. You're going to go to McDonald's and you're going to have all the cooking being done by machines. And you're literally going to have one cute girl walking around with a tablet asking you if everything's good, if you're enjoying your order. And some of you terrible guys, because some of y'all are real nasty guys, so y'all real nasty, said things along the lines of, he's going to be asking you if you need help finishing that burger. Y'all some real nasty boys, some real mean boys, real mean boys.
Automation could save U.S. fast food restaurants over $12 billion in annual wages. And restaurants are also struggling to find workers. American restaurants are down more than 560,000 jobs, or about 4.6% of its workforce, from their pre-pandemic levels. About a third of Americans worked in a restaurant as their first job, and half have some restaurant work experience.
Yeah, the economics of this are very, very compelling. If you take minimum wage, just around the $20,000 per year mark. That's the cost of one robot.
Other companies in the space include Picnic, that has a robot that makes pizza, and Autech, whose machines make sushi. So what impact will robots have on the fast food industry and the livelihood of its workers? CNBC got a behind-the-scenes look at restaurant robot maker Miso Robotics to find out.
As you guys can see, most of the people working there are women. Like I don't know if we saw even one man just now, or maybe it was just one man. Like 99% of the people working there now are women. So all of these jobs are going to have to go. Keisha, Karen, Felicia, They all have to go, ladies. You all have to go, all right? You have to go. You don't have to go home, but you have to get the heck up out of here.
MISO Robotics got its start in 2016 with a handful of engineers in a Pasadena, California garage. 2 years later, the company launched Flippy at a nearby Caliburger restaurant. Flippy's first job was turning over a hamburger patty after it was placed on a grill by a human chef. But the company quickly pivoted to fried foods, rolling out a portable fryer station for baseball games at Dodger Stadium.
This was really the peak throughput test for us. Can Flippy keep up with in-between innings at a Dodger game and everybody goes to the concession stand? Can we meet that demand?
In 2021, MISO launched Flippy 2 using a mounted rail system, AI, and computer vision technology that can identify and track food as it moves through the structure. Although it has a camera, tablet, and robotic arm, engineers say the real tech is in the software.
The hard thing to get right about this product is having the computer vision, the algorithms that plan the cook cycle, and the software that manages the robotic motion to all work together so that it's as reliable as a refrigerator and it does the job.
Guys, these women are going to lose their jobs, and there's not much else to say about it.
Ordinary human dating. It's enjoyable and it serves an important purpose. But when a human dates an artificial mate, there is no purpose, only enjoyment. And that leads to tragedy.
Neato, a Marilyn Monroe bot.
Ooh, you're a real dreamboat.
Billy every teen.
Harmless fun? Let's see what happens next.
Billy, do you want to walk your dog?
No thanks, Mom. I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Billy, do you want to get a paper route and earn some extra cash?
No thanks, Dad. I'd rather make out with my Monroe bot.
Billy, do you want to come over tonight? We can make out together.
Gee, Mavis, your house is across the street. That's an awfully long way to go for making out.
Did you notice what went wrong in that scene?
Guys, that's an awfully long way to go. Men are not, guys, it does not even matter anymore. Y'all don't know how significant this is. This is crazy. Oh gosh, guys, a lot of these Chads and Tyrones are also sex addicts. Oh gosh. So a lot of these Chads and Tyrones, they're addicts. So what's gonna happen is many of them, they're gonna get hooked up with this crap too. They're gonna be dating robots left and right as well. Yes, the guys who can easily get access to it, a lot of them don't want to be bothered. Imagine having to get out your bed at nighttime to go over to some woman to make her, to go please her. Get out of here. A lot of these guys are gonna start dating robots as well, because they don't see women as women. They see them as machines as well. They see them as a means to an end. So many of these guys aren't even gonna be bothered. They're gonna stay in their bed, you know, have a quick hookup with their robo chick, and then go to sleep. And guys are gonna be so happy and relaxed and calm. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be an intriguing future. Like a year from now, guys, this is happening right now. This is not like 10 years from now. This is happening right now. Like 10 years from now, it will be a normality, that it'll be a trend that is now transitioning to a normality. 20 years from now, it will become a normality. It'll be a normality transitioning to a tradition, where it'll become a tradition for a lot of guys to go and get themselves an AI chick, because because a lot of dudes aren't dealing with bio babes anymore, and going in that direction.
Ordinarily, Billy would work hard to make money with his paper route. Then he'd use the money to buy dinner for Mavis, thus earning a slim chance to perform the reproductive act. But in a world where teens can date robots, why should he bother? Why should anyone bother? Let's take a look at Billy's planet a year later. Where are all the football stars? And where are the biochemists? They're trapped in the soft, vice-like grip of robot lips. All civilization was just an effort to impress the opposite sex. And sometimes the same sex. Now, let's skip forward 80 years into the future. Where's Billy?
Billy's about 95, 96 years old, and he's happy as heck. All right? He lived for almost 100 years, and he had 80 years of just absolute joy and bliss, stress-free. Didn't give a damn about anything else. And like I said, men don't need a lot to survive.
Farewell.
The next day, Billy's planet was destroyed by aliens. Have you guessed the name of Billy's planet? It was Earth. Don't date robots!
Brought to you by the Spaceport.
Men have to wake up and realize that at the end of the day, we are the prize. And, you know, Western women, they'll never admit that they can't live without us, that they cannot survive without us because of that narcissism. They will stay on that hill until the very end of their days. That's why they attack. That's why they shame. That's why they talk nonsense. And let them, because men don't care anymore. Men are walking away. They're staying away. They're happily living higher quality lives without these people that are bringing misery, pain, suffering, even destitution into their lives. Men don't need a lot to survive or to be happy. And the future is increasingly looking better for men because men are waking up and realizing that monogamy, marriage are not things that most men need or should even want. We have been conditioned to want these things and desire these things and to even limit ourselves to a single woman because society deemed it so, because you need stability in a society. You need men, you need women to basically have self-control to maintain a stable society. But things are changing. Men are walking away. You know, only around 30% of all men reproduced throughout history, while 80% of women, or over 80% of women, have reproduced throughout history. What does that tell you? It's not that, you know, all that 70% of men couldn't find a woman to reproduce with. What that tells you is that a lot of men, if not most men throughout history, did not want to reproduce with a woman. They deliberately did not want to settle down. They did not want to have children. They were walking away from Western society and relationships. They were walking away from their societies and relationships in their societies, just like men are now walking away from Western societies and relationships in Western societies. What do you guys think regarding all of this? Robots are replacing women for labor and sex. I want to hear your thoughts in the comments, so let's talk about them there. And also, guys, don't forget, help me get to 100,000 subscribers by smashing the subscribe button, hitting like, and also turning on notifications to never miss another video again. Let's talk in the comments. I want to know your opinions on everything we discussed here today. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA and walking away. And cheers.